The new Road Traffic Act with hefty fines and tougher penalties is one step closer to implementation, as the Senate today gave its stamp of approval.
The Upper House today passed a bill with 161 amendments, including changes to penalties if motorists do not have their driver's license while driving.
TVJ's Andrea Chisholm has details.
Images like these were fresh in the minds of senators as they discussed the new and improved Road Traffic Act. The message in 3 words:
obey the law.
Those who fail to hear will ultimately feel.
No more amnesty.
So violators will have to dig deep. Driving a motor vehicle without a permit or driver's license, $40,000. Driving without a valid certificate of fitness, $15,000. And it's $20,000 if one drives without insurance. There are also huge penalties for those who break the speed limit, as well as other rules of the road. Persons riding bicycles will have to join motorcyclists and wear a helmet. So, what if I am driving but I do not have my driver's license?
There was an estimate that 95% of the time that people give a name to the police and indicate that they will show up to provide their driver's license, they don't.
Motorists will now be required to have their driver's license at all times while driving. No grace period. If there's a breach, however, that fine was reduced from $10,000 to $2,000. Opposition Senator Wentworth Skeffrey, however, had a concern.
When I'm stopped and I don't have a driver's license, no other form of ID, you say you want this bill to cut out corruption and fraud. How will the police establish identity to write that ticket to give me?
Now, the government also made changes to the new Road Traffic Act to accommodate disabled persons. For example, adjusting the meaning of disability to reflect what's in the Disabilities Act and removing the word suffering from the law. Opposition Senator Donna Scott Motley, who made a presentation on behalf of her colleague, Senator Floyd Morris, also wanted penalties for those who park in areas for the disabled.
Any such transgression should attract a fine of significant proportions, indeed not exceeding $100,000. That is going to be dealt with in the rules, in the regulations, as a provision has been provided for it under Clause 85.
That clause deals with the parking of vehicles. So the new Road Traffic Act will soon become law. The nation awaits the regulations to enforce it. Until then, there's another message to motorists.
So when you have the buses and the robots and whoever driving as if whoever is the baddest and the wickedest driver, that they are the best. What we need them to understand that they are the worst. They are the worst kind of selfish. It's time for a change, Mr. President. It's time for a change.
Andrea Chisholm, TVJ News.